Okay, we are
Okay, we are
live.
live.
Oh shoot, we're live now?
And we're
Okay.
And
live.
we're live.
Oh man,
Oh
I'm
man,
having
I'm
like
having like
serious tech
serious
issues
tech
here.
issues here.
Why'd you go live?
I said I was gonna
I
do
said
it
I
no
was going to
matter
do it no
what.
matter what.
Let me
Let
tweet
me
this.
tweet this.
Now, we're streaming live to Twitter now too.
And
Uh-oh.
oh man.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't dip out now. You went live.
No,
I'm not going anywhere.
That's it.
This is
This is
and
this, and hopefully,
I have
I have like
crap
crap
as
in
it
it as it is.
And I've got like
I've
an
got like
entire
an
crypto
entire
mining
crypto
farm.
mining farm.
Yeah, because it's sapping the whatchamacallits for sure. Like the vocals.
Yeah.
Like it just you'll get like half a sentence out and that'll be that.
Yeah, I'm shutting
Yeah,
down.
I'm shutting down.
Hey, good evening for those of you that are joining us. Glad to have you here. I'm here with Abuamerican. I'm Bobby Tino. We are live and like things are wont to do, experiencing technical difficulties as soon as the little live light went on up in the corner. So please bear with us. If there's any questions or anything before we start, we can even get to that while Craig's working on what he needs to work on. But yeah, I'm reading. What's up, Craig? Okay, so you guys can see what the problem is right now, right? Those of you that are tuned in. Craig, I didn't hear any of that. I heard little pieces, but it's all good. It happens. I'm just filling the dead space, bro.
One second.
Let me go.
Oh, geez, this is bad.
Oh. Okay. Well, here we go. I'm Bobby Dino. Thank you for tuning in. Craig is with us. I'm in his studio, but apparently he had to step out and figure out some internet. I think what's going on and the way that Abu explained is he's doing a lot of crypto mining, a lot of that stuff, and there is a suck on the internet. His internet, by his own admission, wasn't the greatest to begin with. So that's what he's working on now. Yeah. It's me. I'm here. Oh, good. We're back. Hello. This is Houston. What? Oh, okay. There you are. How's the sound? It's not happening.
I don't know why I'm getting much food.
Yeah, it's like I'll hear you come in, and then it's just out. So for those, Alvin just asked where's Sadiq at. Sadiq had some last minute unforeseen stuff that popped up. I don't think he'll be popping in. I mean, there's always a hope, I suppose, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be laid up for this episode. Again, Sadiq is not in, and I believe he will not be coming in due to some unforeseen stuff going on with him.
Guys, give me a
second. I'm gonna in here.
Hey, here's one. Can you use your phone as a hotspot?
I was just gonna try.
Oh, is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
Hey, you never know, man. The data's good. Boy, this is crazy. Please forgive me. What people are seeing right now is me texting, trying to get the word out there. But I don't want to send any of it because we're in the middle of technical difficulties. So we'll be all right. Yeah, there we go again. Cool. So if anybody's got any questions, let's see. I've got one right here. Hey, Bobby, how's Romania? The Tates have been partying hard up there, man. Haha, you as well. Okay, so I'll address that. I don't really ever see Andrew and Tristan. They're kind of off doing their thing. I'm off doing my thing. Wish them well. I'm doing well, and that's that for that. We don't really experience the same stuff, because we're not really ever hanging out. Whoa, you got all clear and you're moving. Speak. Let me hear it. Are you hotspotting off your phone right now?
I'm hotspotting.
Man, it's fun. It's dope. Like, you've got good internet right now. What's happening? That's crazy. We got to do this every time. I think this is literally the best I've ever seen your internet. I swear.
Wow.
Yeah.
I still got a feedback.
I'm hearing myself twice.
And I'm not sure why.
Either way, I swear, like the movement, there's no, oh, wow. I noticed right away. As soon as he came on, I was like, whoa.
Nice.
Hey, so they just can't get an upgrade, huh?
They won't do an upgrade to my house.
That's weird.
I don't know why, man.
Hey, I see someone on here. I'm gonna ask. Oh, look, at Jim says I don't recognize you at first glance. Yeah, my bad, brother. Am I Muslim? No, I'm Catholic. Got to be something, you know. Let's.
So
what happened with my internet? I'm running on like an entire
crypto mining farm
from my internet.
I don't know. It's just jammed it up.
So I gotta do something about it.
Okay. Well, all good. I'm going to.
Oh, I got this
feedback. Where's it coming from?
So is it live streaming to Twitter right now?
It is going to Twitter.
Okay, wow. So that's a new thing. Like, I'm tempted. So if I turn on the Twitter right now, like, I'll see it because I follow you, obviously.
It should be showing. This is Facebook got canceled because we didn't start within 10 minutes of like the broadcast time. So Facebook is down.
Huh. Okay. I don't see it going to Twitter either, unless they're doing some type of new whichever, because normally you know how it puts it right at the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's showing here is live on my dashboard.
Okay, so what the heck?
Yeah, what's the name here said? Heat reversal said the thought on Twitter.
It is?
Yeah. I'm gonna cancel my camera though.
Oh, there it is. Well, I just saw it. Okay, but I didn't see it pop up at the top. Oh, there you go. Yeah. But that's all good. Here, I'll.
Ooh. Yeah, that echo.
Okay, so now that we got through 9 minutes and 38 seconds of that, let's get down to business.
Indeed.
As previously stated, Sadiq most likely will not be joining us this evening. Stuff comes up. It's Craig and myself. Abuamerican, Bobby Dino. We're here. And do you want to introduce tonight's topic, or do you want me to go ahead?
Yeah. Hopefully, I can do it with this crazy echo.
Okay. So tonight, you're going to do it. Go for it.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, tonight we're going to be talking about the pills. Okay. We hear about the pills. They're multi-rainbow like Skittles. These pills that they got out there. Okay. And you've heard of some of them: red pill, black pill, blue pill, yellow pill, pink pill. I don't know. All the colors of the rainbow.
Indeed.
We're gonna talk about the necessity of these pills. We're gonna talk about if they're helpful, harmful, benefits. I don't know, Craig.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I just heard an echo there too.
Yeah, I got a crazy echo.
Okay.
I've got echo cancellation. Checked everything. I can't figure it out, bro. This is a bad day today.
Huh.
But
the audio's coming through.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, act pills.
Oh, look, I shouldn't have said shit. I shouldn't have said nothing. What happened?
No, I'm just getting with this echo.
Yeah. Okay.
Pills and men and all this stuff. After thinking about it for a while, I'm of the opinion that it's like some men need it and other men don't. But in general, because the way our society is going, how do you word this? I think it's a necessary evil.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't like it. That's my new opinion.
So that's the abridged version right there. It's just,
yeah. I mean, do you think the Chinese got red pill? The Russians?
Do I think they're tripping on
got
pills?
red pill?
No. I think that being able to expound on philosophy in general is the luxury of someone that's not starving or hurting, like being able to just be so into your thoughts or whatever to where it's like that's what you get to do to pass the time. I think that when something's there and you just have to do it and you just have to buck up, and it comes down to like buck up and survive or don't, then people usually choose life. But it's like those stupid memes that they put around about soft times making soft men and hard times make hard men, and this. I mean, there's truth to that too. Are you still there? Whoa.
Yeah.
Am I still here? Okay.
I'm trying to figure out the audio.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah. I don't know what. It's getting worse. I don't know. I think that's it. No, it's not.
Sounds all right now.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, the more I look at these, can you guys hear me?
I can totally hear you. Yes.
Oh, nice. It's gone. Wonderful. Holy smokes, that was difficult. I don't know what the hell I did, but it's gone now.
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar. So, man, that was doing my head in. I apologize, guys. First and foremost, I said I was going to be serious. Can we rewind here for a second? I apologize.
Yeah, let's do a big old rewind, man. Go for it.
Sorry. This is the rewind button. Guys, I apologize. First off, for missing all these shows. It's 100% my fault. I've been busy doing this, doing that. And so it's like, there was even a time I told the guys, look, we're going to do a show tonight. And then I didn't even show up because I just completely went full nerd on everybody and disappeared. And, I just realized that when I get involved mentally, I literally drowned out the world to the, dismay of my wives, because that involves them also, to include them also. So that's first thing. Then I said, I'm going all in with these shows and I'm going to stick to the schedule no matter what. And then we start off with this crazy, audio tech issue right here on the first day back. we can be solid here, and we're gonna stick to this, inshallah.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. Yeah, pills. Do we need them? Man, and I want to get the crowd, man. I want to give you guys feedback on this also. And like Bobby said, it's like it's like philosophical expounding. This is like a luxury, man, that we have. It's like really if we were just doing what we were supposed to be doing, I don't think we'd really need pills. Let's just be honest. If a guy was out doing what he's supposed to be doing, he's being smart. He's being in terms of smart. When I say smart, he's like he's learning. He's improving himself. Guys out like taking care of himself physically, even if it's not like a conscious thing where you're going to the gym. Although I do advocate people go to the gym because generally we're living like these sedentary crazy lives. Trying to focus on his money and not making women his mission, then we really wouldn't need pills. The problem is that when we look at like the red pill, the blue pill, the black pill, this, that, it's all reactionary. And since when does a man react to something? This is what women do. Women emotionally react to their environment. But men, we're proactive. This is why I always say that women are objects, in the sense that women objectify themselves. Because they say, well, you did this and it made me feel like that. Well, objects are acted upon, and then agents act upon objects. And that's why game is something that men do and women react to, because we are agents and they are objects. And this is not like an insult to women, but it's like...
You just got us banned again, fucker. Thanks. No, I'm just kidding. Excuse my language.
What you're supposed to be doing, just period. You think my dad had a pill? My dad, I love my dad, but I'm going to be honest. My dad is like blue pill. But he was still like, my dad was like in his 70s, like having kids with like ladies like in their 20s. My dad literally is like almost 80 and he's got a kid with a woman that ain't even 30 yet. And he's blue pill. But he doesn't he's blue pill in a way that's like, it's still like his blue pill is more red pill or more alpha than like, the standard Twitter alpha. So it's like they didn't need all that stuff. I don't think we really need it. I think we need to understand like the dynamics, obviously. We got problems in the West and there's things that are going on, but to where it's like this entire, like, guys are blue pill and he's purple and he's this, I've gone black pill, dude, we just making ourselves crazy. That's what we're doing.
Well, here's what I think though. I think that if we focus on the pills, because the pills themselves, their fundamental flaw is they're a Band-Aid. They don't really go to the source of the cure. It's just kind of a Band-Aid that you can slap on there in the form of an ideology that will accept your current shit state, right? As a given, as something that this is how it is. You follow these rules, you follow these guidelines that some dude that you've never met and nobody fucking knows made up. Okay, and then supposedly you get better. And really, if you're going to get down to it, while it's created for a self-diagnosis and also an examination of the opposite sex, of females, none of it gets it right. None of it does.
Yeah.
And that's what the real problem is you have men that are not coming from an objective place. They're coming from an extremely biased place, usually of hurt, but sometimes it could just maybe they just always hated women. They might be one of them BTK motherfuckers that are just waiting. They probably already got bodies, But anyways, you never know. But I'm just saying, and I think that's really where the issue lies, is it's not objective. Now, look, we all know that different stereotypes, and this is another thing that is not really too PC to say, but there are different stereotypes that exist for a reason. Just like certain breeds of dog are prone to be better or more effective at one thing, and we can kind of say that about males and females too. is that there are certain elements of their being that just usually are, they're usually nurturing, they're usually this or they're usually that, right? But when you go into this whole thing about like,
Indeed.
I'm just gonna tell you what all of them are thinking or whatever, it gets shifty, That's all.
Yeah. And one thing I've noticed, and this comes down to my theory and my thing about red pill rot. I came up with this theory called red pill rot. And what happens is this: guys get into the red pill, they get what they want in terms of like learning game with women. It's undeniably, if you enter into the red pill sphere and you're looking for game theory and whatever else, it's there and it works. This is demonstrably true. We've seen it multiple times. They get the success that they want sexually, but the problem is that it's like guys end up turning like real, what's the word? Nihilistic. I've never seen a guy not go nihilistic with the success that they get. And the real problem is guys are always looking for a shortcut, and that shortcut, it never takes you anywhere good. That's the issue with like learning things the hard way. And unfortunately, a lot of guys don't want to hear this. Guys don't want to struggle with women. I understand it. I don't want to struggle with money. I don't want to struggle with this. I don't want to struggle with that. I want it to work now. And I mean, my wife, she lives with me. She's on my Twitter. You guys see it all the time. I mean, you should see how I act with this crypto stuff, man. I want it to work now. When I'm building these miners and I'm like a total just like, English teacher going into tech stuff, I really lose my cool. So I understand the frustration. I've been through the whole thing with women also. But the thing is, you can't shortcut this stuff and come out where you want to be. It never works like that, because when you leave the beaten path that's worked for generations, stuff goes bad. To a degree. Now, here's where I agree, where you have to understand the dangers and the pitfalls of the 21st century, because now messing with women can wreck your life. I mean, you can end up like broke under a bridge, whatever else, what else. But women cheating and all this stuff, I mean, my niggas, y'all got to cowboy the fark up. Women cheat. That's what they do. Guys cheat. That's what they do. You know what? If something goes wrong, why are you so like hell-bent heart attached to something in a way that it emotionally destroys you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Men were never meant for that. And so this is where the problem is. Guys, they done bought the whole pill, the whole societal pill that, Cinderella and the Cinderella complex. I'm going to give my soulmate and all that stuff. And then they went and they believed it and they fell in love. And then people were people, women were women. And they got chewed up and spit out. My granddad, you think he'd have been all heartbroken? He'd have been upset if my grandma cheated on him. Alhamdulillah, she never did. But I seen my grandpa and his photos. That dude would have balled out and just grabbed again. That's what he would have done. He'd taken his licks and he'd be like, you know what, man, that hurts. I really love that woman. Hey, what's up, old girl? What you doing over there? Come here. That's what my grandpa would have done.
Yeah, okay, but here's the thing, right? We all understand the concept of love. Well, hopefully we do, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, even especially in religion and different faiths, love is a big concept. It's a big deal, right? Insofar as the Christians say God is love, right?
Yeah.
So I think talking about the pills again and talking about game and talking about why these dudes go nihilistic, right? Mm-hmm. It's because they're taking the love element out and they're just fucking. Okay. And when you do that, excuse my language again. I'm sorry. Those that are tuning in, I'm Italian. We let this stuff just slip out sometimes. You got to forgive me. No, but so that's really what's going on. Is if you should really be measuring your self-worth, by the content and character of your love and what you have. You were made for these relationships with people, and that's okay. Do they work like prince and princess type stuff? Usually not. But I mean, it's still okay that you can have a relationship with someone on top of, just trying to screw, because that's really what it is. When you talk about they're just going nihilistic, it's just like you just get jaded on that shit. You know what I mean? Like if you especially dudes, because there's some guys that are just gifted with it. They're just gifted with their talk. They're just gifted with their whatever, right? And they have large amounts of success. And I mean, you get jaded off of anything else. It'd be like if you mowed lawns, like you'd be like, I don't want to mow another lawn, or if you ate pizza all the time, you'd be like, nah, man, I'm this is pizza ever done for me. This pizza's just making me fat, fucking broke, I mean, that's so I think that again, it comes down to a better understanding and not trying to slap a Band-Aid that's like a one size fits all type thing.
Yeah. Strictly YouTube, he's saying something right here. He says, I have a friend who is Asian using Tinder. He does weights. I think you mean he lifts weights. He does weights, like what, he's sniffing them or something? He injecting that stuff? He's smoking it? You make it sound like it's drugs. My homie, he does weights.
That might be some like new lingo right there, bro.
He sniffs 8 grams of weights.
I'm an English decent teacher. Looking too.
You're killing me, man. I'm an English teacher. So he lifts weights and is decent looking. He had no joy. He did everything using game, but he would never get matched. He's half German, half Bangladeshi. Wait. You just missed it right there.
Oh, dang.
He really likes white women, but they don't like him. I'm sure if he went to Asia's dating site, he would clean up. Okay, I don't know if there's a question in here, but look, man. The simple fact of this entire story is, why is he spending so much time focusing on women? Women are like cats. You ever tried to pet a cat? You chase that sucker, he gonna run all over the house, run away from you, run under the table, all that stuff. But when you sit down and you're watching TV and you don't want to be bothered, what's that cat do? Come over and jump on your lap. If he's doing everything right and he's taking care of himself, they're gonna come. Because why? When a guy is high value and he's like, he's doing his stuff right, women are like in the cut trying to get his attention. They might not even be interested, but they will try and get his attention. Now, here's the thing. This is a positive. Because it's social proof. The moment attractive women give him attention, even if she's not interested, other women are like, "Ooh, she finds him attractive and she's pretty. So there must be something about this guy." Eventually, it's going to come his way. As for race and ethnicity, sorry.
No, I was going to say, on top of that, when you get to a level like that, to where women are noticing, men notice the women noticing, and then men want to know. So like, it's not. It goes beyond women. Like when you have that it factor, you can attract anyone. And that it factor, I mean, some people are natural with it, but anything can be practiced and learned. A lot of it's communication, a lot of it's feeling comfortable in your own skin, and usually when you've been through some kind of trials or errors, like especially like having to fight. Like you've been in the hood, you've been in the fights, you've been wherever you've been. That can make you real sure of yourself. Like when you've been in battle a bunch, like, okay, this is kind of an ass. This might come off like an asshole thing to say, but like when you've been in battle a bunch, right? Like after a while that you've been successful, you just feel like you know what to do, and like you're just like, oh, look, I ain't got to worry about shit. Because I know if something pops off, like I'm gonna be fine,
Yes.
Same type of thing when you apply yourself to these. But I think that focusing on game too much isn't the best. I think that it needs to be, just like you said, a lot more focus on self and self development. 100% for sure.
Yeah, indeed. As for your homie and white girls, man, it's like, yo, I mean, I don't understand the obsession, man. I mean, they women. Women are women. Let me tell you something. I've been with Asian women. I've been with Far East Asian women. I have been with African women. I've been white women, black women, bro. They women. I don't know what his obsession is. I mean, this is something that, I don't know why like Southeast Asians got this obsession with like white women, man. It's not like, I just find it odd, man. Women are women, man. There's that old jam. I don't even know if it's old, but it's that guy said, I ain't got no type. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like. That's your man, Abuamerican. I just like women that are bad, man. I don't care where you from. If you come down from Mars and you got blue skin, girl, have all your bits in the right places, be ready to get this halal marriage on, and look good. But if you like a fat, alien, blue-haired feminist, I ain't trying to mess with you. Hey, it is what it is.
So you bringing the Martians up in the clan?
I'm bringing the Martians, man. I'm gonna bring that Martian game. We'll bring that alien game. We'll make a new guide when the aliens invade.
Bringing Islam to like whole new frontiers and stuff, right?
I know, right?
Interplanetary. Whoa.
You're gonna bring that interplanetary like conversion game. Someone asked me something right there, Edison. He said, "Can you expound on red pill rot?" Red pill rot is real simple. Guys come into the red pill sphere, and when you look at the red pill, they talk about and they deal with the realities of women, but they never deal with the realities of women on how it's a positive and a negative in terms of how it plays between men and women. It's just oh, women are going to do this. She's going to cheat on you. She's going to do that. You know, it's not your girl. It's just your turn, and all these types of things that they are not absolutes. I mean, yes, there is a general rule that applies. Do guys want to bang everything inside? Yeah, but do they always do it? No, obviously. But in general, guys want to bang everything. But there are a lot of monogamous men who keep it in their pants and they're happy. So obviously, this general rule for men is not an absolute. And it's the same thing with women. And what happens is, is guys come in, they start hearing this stuff, then they start pushing and playing and trying the game, and they get success. And then what they do is red pill basically deals with the base biological imperatives of a human, reproduction. You get good at that, and what are you going to do? You're going to find people who operate on a base biological level. And I have to bring Islam into this. Are you an animal or are you a human? What are you? If you're just going to respond to your basic biological instincts and imperatives at all times, what separates you from a dog or a cat in heat? I mean, the reality, this is why I'm like, I hate cuckolds, man. I hate them hoo-ha sharing cats. Them dudes, I'm going to bang the married girl because if I don't bang her, somebody else will. I'm high value alpha. Okay, well then why are you banging a woman who's got an occupied hoo-ha? If you're a high value man, why aren't you out getting the 21, 22-year-old virgins? Why aren't you out getting like single women? You see, so what it does is it starts bringing everything down to a core level of just reproduction. Right. And that's an animalistic basic level. And everybody's gonna say, oh, well.
Uh-oh, his phone cut out on him. No, the phone went out. He'll figure it out.
Abuamerican. My man, I love Rollo. No, I should be good.
No,
am I back?
Okay. Yeah, you're back.
Okay, so I love my man Rollo. I respect him. You know, he's my homie and everything. But I do disagree with this point where he says like red pill is amoralistic, and you can't be amoralistic because you're a human being. We can't remove morals, ethics, virtues, and values from anything. We can't. Well, we can. But then really, if we start doing this, then what's the limitations? So if we do this in human interactions between men and women, what prevents us from doing it between interactions of men and men? Well, then if I remove the moral concepts between, in society, I can go down the street, bust my neighbor in the head and take his stuff. Because really, if I take his girl or if I bust him on the head and take his stuff, what's the real difference morally? You know, the gravity, no. The effect is it all hurts him. It is all harmful to another person. So red pill rot makes you remove the morality of interactions between men and women to the point where you're an animal, and we can't live like that, man.
Well, it goes back to what I was talking about earlier about like actually developing relationships versus just, thinking of not only her, but yourself as breeding stock. It's like because that's essentially what it is, right? Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something. These guys in the chat and these whoever's watching on Craig's newly updated StreamYard that's streaming live to a bunch of different platforms. Ooh, watch out. Okay, let me tell you something. Back when I was in the joint, for those of you that don't know, I did a time in California State Prison. Okay, wrote about the experiences, and that's kind of what got me known. All right. When I would go out to visits, okay, and I would see who was seeing who, and I would hear talk in the housing units about, what was going on in people's lives, right? Everybody talks about bros before hoes, okay? Let me tell you something. When dudes hit the main line, when they got in GP and they were on the yard, right? Most of those bros were fucking gone. You didn't see them. You didn't hear from them. They weren't there. But you know who was there? You know who was coming to visit and putting money on the books and buying cell phones and doing all that other stuff? The ladies. The ladies were. So this whole idea about they're just trying to fuck you and they're just trying to do whichever, excuse me again, so forgive my language, that they're just trying to work you over, they're trying to, whichever. Like, I've seen the exact opposite of that, and I've seen it with my own eyes. So it's really hard for me to agree with this one-size-fits-all Band-Aid. I mean, shoot, man. My wife, I had a cell phone while I was in. Statute of limitations are over. They can't come after. I mean, I don't even think it's a felony anyway. But still, I mean, like, I was talking on that stuff. I was getting money on my books and, talking and doing whichever. So, like, I mean, I experienced it firsthand as well. But I saw it. So, relationships, I'm not saying they're beneficial because if you go to prison, you're going to have somebody buy you a cell phone. But relationships in general, they're what tie us and kind of make us real. Like, think about this. If we're going to get all like existential on shit and we're just talking about, philosophy and whatnot, think about this, okay? If you're the only one that knows who exists and you just go through life existing, right? Then how do you even knew you really existed? How do others, like, who knows you? Who knows whatever? Like, it's the whole idea of the history, right? It's these stories that we become a part of. Sometimes we're the lead role, sometimes we're the supporting actor, but it's like, that's what makes it, is these relationships that we have. And if you're gonna like label those as just fundamentally bad or not possible or whichever, then what are you? What are you at that point? What choice do you have to be? So
yes, sir, that is true. And he said it right here. My man Bobby's dropping real fecal matter.
Oh no, he said, I'm stopping it. I'm stopping it. What are you talking about? No, I know what you meant, man. I'm just playing. Thank you, though. I see it down there dropping. Yeah, you're good. No, but tell me, Craig, what do you think?
Stop. I thought you were dropping. Yeah, you said dropping there.
I know.
You're dropping it, bro. You're absolutely right.
No, not me. But I mean, just in general, like, do you think that? Here, I'll ask some questions. I'll post some questions now. Okay. You've had some questions. Now I'm going to post some questions. Do you think that with the amount of men today, right, that are being subjected to like all this different, because it's on a macro level too. I mean, you have like the Jordan Petersons and all that, and they're not necessarily red pill, but they are like, it's like we have this big movement of like these men shifting towards whatever grabs them. You know what I mean? You being older, you'll probably understand this, and especially with the advent of social media, like there are more cultish type people out there than ever before.
Yes.
Than ever before. Like just willing to grab onto anything and go to any, like it's a trip. So with this type of stuff, we're talking about the red pill specifically, but we can go a little broader if we wanted to. Indeed. Where do you see the fixes, okay, with steering men in the right direction?
You know what? To be honest, now this is where I go nihilistic. I don't.
Okay.
And that's simply because we are sick. The West is societally sick. And unfortunately, there's a saying that, you don't take the healthy sheep, you don't take the single sick sheep and put it with the healthy ones in the hope that it gets healthy. Rather, it's the other way around. It makes all the healthy ones sick. So what we have now is we have a society that lacks any sort of real social cohesion. And this could be religious, cultural, everything. Everyone's tried to cancel religion. And when it finally got canceled, everybody's upset that it got canceled. When we look as a society in the West in general, what makes us cohesive? Obviously, we are an ethnically mixed culture. So we got blacks, whites, Indians, this one, that one, over. But everybody's pulling this way, going that way, this one, that one, this one. And the reality is, as long as that exists, we're not going to really recover because there's no direction. And that's why everybody's looking for something, because there's no real direction for the society to go in. One thing that makes, and I'm going to blow the Islamic horn here, so forgive me, guys, but I'm going to have to do it. The one thing that makes Muslims in general, seem so threatening is that in general, even if we hate each other, our religion remains the same in general. Even between the sects, we have some universal rules that just aren't broken or are followed. And so that's why it seems like, to most people, like Islam is like this great big force, and it really is, that is, threatening to the existential, unity of the West or whatever else, or blah, 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 whatever they say to fearmonger about Muslims. The West no longer has that. There was a point when it did, but now it no longer does. And as long as that doesn't exist, as long as men don't create that, then what's going to happen? Well, we're going to have what we have now. Women really running and making everything based upon how they feel today. Well, I feel like, my son should be gay, or my girl should be a boy, or this, that, the other, or that, we don't have a single bit of social cohesion in the West. That's why we got Black Lives Matter out trying to make Chaz Zone or whatever the hell they call it. And we got this one trying to do that one trying to do that, this one going over here, this one going over there. Everybody's pulling in a different direction. And for every generation of man that comes up, we find that they become more and more confused as more and more movements and groups and people pop up, and the internet gives them voices to, infect the millions with their illnesses. And then see right here, and then go whatever your name is. Jeez, man, what the heck kind of name is that, bro? Y'all kill me with these names, man. China is getting more and more powerful as we speak. Look at China. These are a socially cohesive people. They want to dominate the world economically. They're not really worried about military force, because they know that basically, if they run everything financially, who was it? Was it Voltaire who said, give me the command or the control of the money, and I care not who makes its laws? Give me the control of the land. Give me control of, what did he say? He said, give me the control of a country's money, and I care not who makes its laws. There we go. That's something like this. Voltaire said this. And China is basically on that program. China's at war with the world, and the world doesn't realize that China's at war with them. This comes from social cohesion, and these people are not playing around. And we in the West, like I said, you think the Chinese got red pill? I mean, we go out there and look at you think the Chinese are out there black pilled? Yeah, there ain't. You know what happened? The Chinese, China is a collectivist society. Yeah, indeed. The Chinese, they started killing off all the girls, and all the men didn't have women to marry later on, like in our generation and right now. Did those guys go black pill and start killing themselves? No, they just went down to Vietnam, Thailand, this one or whatever. They made businesses, and then they started marrying women. You find that in East Africa, where China has like a strong foothold, there are so many mixed Chinese babies with African women. Those guys didn't go black pill. Well, I guess she doesn't love me. I'm not 6'4". And so the Chinese girls don't want me. Nah, you know what he did? He had his focus. He made his mission. He went to another country, and you know what he's doing? He's rolling around in other people's women. So yeah.
That's the I don't know. I guess that's the whole point of the matter for me, though, is that I understand that men have this thing to where one of the litmus tests that is used is, how many chicks can I get, or how good looking is my girl, or how, whichever, right? And I think that women should, or your partner, whoever it is, right, that they should be as a compliment to your person. Not like an end all be all or a completion to who you are. Well, so
that's what we see, though.
And that's what we see, and that's what what is wrong with a lot of these different pill movements, in my opinion, is they are
fundamentally they're all reactionary anyway. it's always, oh, women did this, so we're going to do that. I'm
Right.
afraid of women, I'm going black pill. I want to deal with women, I'm purple, blue pill. I understand women, and I'm going to deal with them, I'm red pill. It's all reacting to what women are doing. And in general, women don't want to. They don't want you reacting to them. They want you to be in charge and control the situation. Of course, you can learn this through red pill, but do we really need that? I mean, if we had that cohesion, would we need it?
Well, not only that, you get like this imposter element too, and that's something that we should probably touch on a little bit, okay?
Indeed.
Because a lot of the shit that I've seen, the people that I've met personally, what I've seen online or whatever, it's bullshit. It's bullshit, right? But yet it's they're the ones that are in charge of instructing and kind of telling people how they should be and whatnot. So my whole thing with that is, if you're going to be using these band-aids that we're referring to as pills, right, to try and fix your life instead of scoop out whatever the root cause of the problem is, okay, that it's not going to matter what in the end, it's not going to matter what any of these dudes are chasing or whatever, because like they will fundamentally just be a fraud because they are following the advice of a fraud, and there's no self-development, right? So they're just parroting, right? Do you get what I'm saying? Like if a parrot can say a whole bunch of words, like African greys, right? They're supposedly pretty smart, or whatever other parrot. Hey, we stayed at this bed and breakfast one time, right? I mean, the girls were down in Santa Cruz, and we stayed at this bed and breakfast, and they had this macaw, and this macaw would say all different types of shit, and like it knew to come and get food out of your hand. They just kind of let it go wherever it wanted to go. It didn't fly off, But the thing is like, did I think that macaw was intelligent? Like, I mean, yeah, to a degree it is. Okay, I'll give it that, right? But did I think that because like it was saying words that it even really knew what those words meant? Yeah. Sure, there was a stimulus there. Like, if I say this, I'll get this, right? But do you think that macaw had any understanding of like who I am or what I am or what no, okay? And that's what these pill movements do too. Is they turn you into an imposter because you don't understand. You just see that if I do A, I'll get B, and you follow a formula instead of really learning what the fundamentals are.
Yeah, the hard work. I was trying to say that earlier. It's like, it gives you solutions, but it's like a shortcut, and the shortcuts never take you really where you want to be.
No.
And I made questions.
I saw that you put that up. Yeah,
guys, if you're gonna ask questions now. I'm tearing up my data here. I got a new data program, but I do want to use it while I'm at work. So anyway, one thing that I did was like almost 2 years ago. I made a video to a guy, and it's a brother. He's a Muslim brother I was working with. He's out of the UK, and he's a tech guy. And he's a great guy. I love him to death. He's a very close personal friend of mine, family friend and all this stuff. Anyway, getting back into the story. I'm saying this because I'm predicating this because the reality is he's kind of a geeky guy. He's a nerdy guy. He's an IT guy, and he literally like fits the trope of the IT guy. He's got the glasses, he got the thin arms. He fits the perfect trope. But I was working with him, and he finally got like the girl he wanted. He got multiple girls he wanted. I mean, it was to the point where it's like, I was like, dang, bro, you married her? I'm like, mashallah, this dude's killing it more than I am. I mean, he was really scoring. And we, sorry, I'm like reading the question. I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, I had to make a video for him. And this video is still up on my channel. I was driving through Austria with a brother. And I was telling him, was like, you have to develop game, but a game based upon your personality and who you are. So you don't have to fake it. All you have to do is make minor attacks up to your personality and who you are. And anyone can change who you are, but you're not realistically going to make drastic changes in your life. Like people who are saying, I'm going to quit smoking tomorrow. Some people can do it, but most people can't. And most people have to do a gradual change or shift to some other poison. And that's generally what you got to do with your personality. You know what I mean? So It's the same thing. That fake it till you make it stuff. I don't believe in that, man. It's like, I don't also believe in just be yourself, because if you're not getting results with yourself, then, you obviously need to change something. But you're not going to realistically become a whole new human being, in my humble opinion. If you're a geeky, nerdy guy, then what you need to do is play the competent guy. If you're like a jock, but you're like missing some other words, play the confident, cocky guy. There's always something that you can do to fix yourself. But, faking it and being a fake, you're just going to get exposed. And we see this on Twitter. Yeah. Dudes out here playing games and they get exposed. It's just going to be on a smaller scale. It's going to be on a micro scale with your woman. You do it on Twitter, it's going to happen on a macro scale. So, just figure it out, but don't be a fraud, man. Don't be a fraud.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Let me see what we got here. Okay, Edison Race. I'll do. I put articles back up on my website, so I'll write an entire article on it. But I'm working on my submission guide, so you're gonna have to wait for it, bro. I'm sorry. I got some videos on it actually. You just have to do the search. We got one. Bro, what is that name? Mr. 918. You're Mr. 918. That's what you are, because I see the MR at the start. 918.
I see chronic. I see chronic in there.
Yes, Mr. Chronic 918. Yes.
Yeah, 918's got to be the area code or some shit. Yeah.
How should a Muslim navigate the red pill? Dude, when it comes to golly, all the questions for me? Come on, man.
Good. It's your channel, man. Like, what do you expect?
Like, hey, man.
I'm riding shotgun, dog.
Man, like, that got me sweating. It's like, how should a Muslim navigate the red pill? Just understand that Islam, as a Muslim, Islam takes precedence over everything. And I always use the cooking analogy, and it's like this. What cooking is, we understand that we have our haram foods and our halal foods. Things we can't eat. So let's use pork as an example. So hamburgers, we as Muslims can make and eat. But bacon burgers, we can't. So what do? We adopt the bacon burger. We got turkey bacon, we got beef bacon. Can we have bacon burgers? Yes, but it has to be turkey or beef. We can adopt the recipe. Then you have recipes that cannot be changed. The fundamental part of them is something that we can't eat. So something that requires wine, let's say, when cooking. You have to abandon that altogether. The red pill is no different. We take what we can at face value that is permissible to us. If we cannot take it at face value, then we adapt it. If it cannot be adapted, we abandon it, because Islam takes the precedence over all things. Callum Smith, what's this? Callum Smith versus Canelo boxing fight. Who will win? I don't know who Callum Smith is. I know who Canelo is, but Callum Smith, who that? You know who this guy is?
I don't.
Canelo, because I know who he is.
I know. I've heard that name.
Yeah, I'd say Canelo would win, because that dude's a beast, man. He's pretty good. Okay, Here we go. Right here, something for you. Nice, Bobby.
Oh shit! I'm related to talk about screenplays adventure. Oh yeah. Hey, okay, there we go. Screenplay adventure. Yeah. So I got one out. I got one to where somebody's looking at it. I also have some other like potential meetings behind it. People that are familiar with it, and since then. Because I thought it'd be better to have a body of work rather than just one, right? So I've been working on others and bringing others to life. So yeah, they're still going, and it's still something that I'm enjoying doing.
Red sings the blues, man. Nah, bro. Thank you for looking out for a guy too. Shout me out. My wife's in the comments. Oh, and actually, my wife says hi to your wife right there. She says, "Bobby, send hello to your wife." That's what my wife says. My wife can tell you, bro. I stay busy, Red, so I don't really get to watch anybody's materials anymore. I've just been working like mad, man. I've been out here just running myself ragged, and I'm actually looking to take a break, man. I was actually trying to make myself unemployed by this year. I was talking about it on Twitter today. It's like about a year ago, when I started my men's community, I tried to get everybody on this investment program with this company, and they pay 10% a month on return on investment, and nobody believed it. And then I just looked at it the other day, and I was like, "Holy smokes, I'm making a ton of money!" So I decided I'm gonna start paying my rent with it, and I still got a ton left that's still growing every month. So I'm not even worried about losing, but I just let me just do something pay my rent, So I'm gonna do something like that.
So that's really working out, huh?
Man, it works. It's beautiful, bro. And I'll admit, maybe people were suspicious because what happened was this company, they're a Muslim company. And Muslims aren't allowed to take loans from banks. We're not allowed to pay interest. It's considered a major sin to take interest from banks. So, but this brother wanted to open up a telecommunications company. And so what he did was he went to private investors, people like me, and he said, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pay you a percentage of what you invest, and then when we make a win, we'll give you back 10%. And they took off really slowly. And then when it was going too slow because they needed millions, they started incentivizing people to get family and friends in. And so this is where everybody thought it was a scam. And they said, look, we'll give you 5% of whatever they win. So basically, they're going to take a loss on everybody you bring in. They're not going to cut 10% from the person you bring in. That person still gets 10%. But the company themselves says, okay, you bring in one person, we're going to take a 5% because they're still making like 90%. They're just paying you 10%, every month or whatever so they said, we're going to take 85% when we're going to give you that 5% for every person you bring in. So I was incentivized to bring people in, and I got some people in. And so this is where the whole pyramid scheme scam idea came in. But now it's to the point where it's like the last time they did a fundraiser, they needed like 3 million British pounds. They raised it in a half hour with internal investors. It's so difficult to get money in because it's working so well that like I'm sitting on like a ton of money that I was like sitting here like ready to like wire money and do documents and papers and everything. So I quit my job because they said they were going to do a drive for Christmas sales, but they actually make enough money now. It's like because the money's still growing because they're just buying product. It's a literal. Now they sell like electric scooters. They're all over. They're like on Amazon. They're on eBay. They're on Shopify. They're killing it. And so it's like now they don't need anything because people like me, I just leave my money in there and they just keep working with it. And it just keeps growing and growing for them also because business is not dying. So,
no, that's cool.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioned something to me about it.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
It really is, man. I looked at it today and I was like, what the heck? I was like, man, look at that. I forgot all about it. Not really, but everybody talking fights. What's going on with these fights, man? Canelo was one of the greatest.
That's how people are, man. Everybody just wants to throw down. You know what I mean? Everybody's so like pent up right now. Like they got this coronavirus going on. They got like lockdowns. They got to wear your mask. They got all this shit. Like everybody's just ready to fight. Like they're ready. And because social media.
What do you think?
Wait a second. Because social media is the most passive aggressive shit on the planet. All right. Like this is where you're going to see all the fights start. Think about it. Think about Twitter. Think about how many fucking beefs start off of Twitter, that grow into like these big things. You're watching them on the news. Oh, so-and-so said on Twitter that, I mean, God, man, this is a powder keg, it's going to blow.
What do you think of that dude that social media influencer guy challenging? What's his name?
Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Which one? Oh, well, hold on. Okay, So look, my daughter used to follow this dude like a couple years back. So there's two brothers. One's Logan, the other one's Jake, right? Logan is probably the better known and whatever. That's the one that's supposedly going to fight Mayweather. But he's got a younger brother that is trying to be out there too. And I think that they know what works for advertising, and they know what's going to get people riled up and what's going to get people tuning in. I mean, that's what I think. And no hate against those dudes. The only way I would ever get mad at an entertainer, and not even mad, the only way that I would ever just be like, oh, fuck this guy or whatever. And I have met entertainers, so like I can tell you this from experience, is if I met them, like if I was hanging out with them, and they were a dick, then I'd just be like, oh man, forget this dude. You know what I mean? But other than that, they're just doing what they're doing to build their career. And that's what a lot of like regular, like just I'm the 9-to-5 type stuff. They don't understand with like the self-branding or the show business element is like, you have to do whatever for the engagement, because the engagement and the audience is what makes you. Like, that's what gets people interested, is they go, hey, how come so many thousands of people are following this guy all of a sudden? And then people tune in. That's what gets them interested, right? Yeah. So there is this level of engagement that people do that some people aren't willing to do. They aren't willing to put themselves out there. They are not willing to look like a jackass in front of millions of people. Okay, that's fine. Don't look like a jackass, but you ain't going to be making that dude's money that is looking like the jackass. You know what I mean? So, anyways, ideal age to get married. Once your brain stops developing, sometime in your anytime after your mid to late 20s, and the more successful you are, the better. So like if you don't comfortably feel in your 20s that you could like support yourself and a family or whatever, then don't go for it yet. I mean, there's plenty of people that do, and they don't live their best lives. Okay, you're asking what's the best age. I'm just giving you what the best answer is. Anyways.
The thing is, if you're trying to build and you're make something, it's very difficult to do with family. It's not possible, but it's
okay. You're
and build hard and fast. Is it? Oh man, but it's going to be very difficult to build hard and fast and actually accomplish something of substance if you have a family, because family requires a lot of time and effort also. So, you got to look at it like that. The two are like almost equal in their investment. The time you need to invest in a business is equal to the time that you need to invest in family and children. Because children, can't live without guidance. We see this what happens to society when we leave kids without guidance and let TV or society raise children. And you don't want your kids to turn out like that. So you have to invest in them also. So it's a very difficult balance. And I think the younger you are when you're trying to actually, excuse me, when you're actually trying to build something, a life or whatever else, it's going to be quite difficult. That's just my humble opinion. That didn't really answer your question, but at the same time, I think it did. I think.
Yeah, it really is best to make sure that you can follow through on the dreams and wants that. Why are you throwing that up there? Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
trying to make me blush or something.
Yeah.
So
okay, guys, we're at an hour, and I'm gonna try and figure this out. I'm gonna call my ISP and see if they can't. What's my website? It's right underneath my name, bro. Edison, Manigas, Edison. Hey, what's that right there underneath my name? It's Abuamerican.com. Manigas.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta turn my camera for this one. Edison, man. Edison, look. Hey.
Get the look in. Yeah.
Hey. You know how you tell your kid go in the room and get your shoes, and then they go in there and they say they can't find them, and then you go in there and it's the shoe sitting right there. I want to grab that shoe, my man, and get your guy. Play with you, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna get off the phone, and I guess
I know you've been on hotspot this whole time.
I know, right?
Hey, but it works. You might have to plan for this, man. It worked. I
know, right?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, hey, oh, look, see, you see, you guys watching? I shouldn't have said anything. I said, oh, it worked, right? And look, what happened? Are you there, Craig? Craig's not there. Craig. Oh, my God. Anyways, all right. So I will do this as slowly as possible so that Abu can tune back in. But for those of you that were watching, thank you for tuning in. You can find a little bit about me at bobbydino.com. You can find out a little bit about Craig at abuamerican.com. We both have different articles and different stuff up there. So please feel free to stop by and check out some of what we got going on. I don't know that I can stop this without him here. I don't think that I
got
can...
it.
Oh, you got it? Okay, you're back? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got it. I'm here. You do a good job, so I'm just going to be like, yo.
Oh, well, yeah, thanks. Thank you. That's your gig, man. Come on.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, we'll see y'all later. All right, later.
Man.